It's time for the Unfinished Object Challenge. And if you want to see the UFO that I got done, keep watching. Welcome to This and That with Denise Jordan. I teach women how to make wise home, health, and beauty decisions so there's less chaos in their homes, they lead healthier lives, and they feel beautiful from the inside out. And today, I am tackling the chaos that comes from the clutter of unfinished objects, or UFOs, that clutter up our workrooms, our craft rooms, our closet, our whatever. And I've got a quilt for my 12-year-old grandson that I started when he was 5. Yes, 5. And all it needs is the binding. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel and you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and laundry and that kind of thing, subscribe. Or if you want to learn about products that can benefit you in your home, subscribe, because I do videos about those topics all the time. But definitely check out the show notes in the description box below, because that's where you'll find links to my favorite housekeeping and gardening solutions. Okay, so let's jump into it. This is the quilt that I'm talking about right here. And all it needs is the binding. It is a t-shirt quilt or memory quilt, and if you kind of take a look at it, you can see where I've used some t-shirts and little jeans, and I've even got, oh, this is one of the shirts that he used to wear to his preschool, Grace Baptist Christian School, and I believe this one was in New Orleans, I think. But just different little t-shirts and jeans and things like that that belong to him, and I put it together to make a quilt. And I have everything on it, including a picture of him when he was 5 and the label right here. And when you look at the label, March 17th, 2013. So here it is, 2018, and I still need to finish this bad boy up. It's all done except for the binding. And the binding is just that little strip that goes along the edge. So I am going to take care of that. I'm going to get started on it right now. The quilt is about 70 inches wide by about 82 inches long. So I'm going to need about 25 feet of binding. And I searched through my stash to see what I wanted to use, and I'm going to use this red. I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but it's got some little tiny black polka dots on it. And I thought it would be perfect to complement the different colors that are in the quilt. So I've got a little tabletop ironing board here, and so first thing I'm going to do is iron this fabric. And pretty much I just want to get the big creases out, and then I will cut it into 2.5-inch strips, and I will cut enough of them to give me 25 feet. And this fabric is about 45 inches in width. So I'll have to cut a number of strips, and I'll do the math in just a second to figure out how many strips I need to make. And then I will sew the strips together and attach the binding. And it's actually a lot easier than it sounds. I've got a large blue cutting mat here on my counter that I'm going to use. A 3.5-inch ruler that I plan to use. Now this is an Omnigrid ruler, and this is a Dura-Heal cutting mat, which means that when I cut on it, it heals itself. And a rotary cutter, and I always like the Fiskars rotary cutter. I line the fabric up so that it's on a line this way as well as this way. Put my ruler on for 2.5 inches. This is what the blade looks like when it comes out. Like I push this button and then there's the blade, but you can see where it comes out right there. And then when I'm done, I push this button to retract it. You have to make sure you retract it every time you're not using it. Okay, so I need 2 more because I need 8 strips. So now I'm going to put this fabric together to make the binding, and I'm just going to put these corners right sides together like that. And draw the line where I want it to be so that when I actually sew it and press it out, it'll be like that. And then I've got some quilting pins, which are flathead pins. They're flat like this. So I can stitch right over them. And I cut an extra strip. I always like to cut 1 extra. I'd rather have too much than too little. I can always trim it off at the end, but it's just hard to have to add some if I don't have enough. Now I'm going to trim this seam to 1/4 inch. And once I get them all trimmed, I'll press them all open. Then I iron the seam open like this. So now I've pressed open all the seams, and this is what the seams look like on this side, but this is what they look like on this side. You see how that's nice and flat. And then next what I'll do is I'll fold it in half, and then I'll press it this way, and the binding will be done. And then all I'll have to do is put it on. So let's get that done. Just fold it in half and press it. So now here's the binding, and I'll just roll it all up, and I'll be ready to put it on the quilt. I'm gonna leave about this much hanging off the end here. And I like to start close to the bottom, but not at the bottom. So I'm gonna start probably about right here. And then this is gonna be my stitch line right along here. And when I do it, when I flip it, this will get turned like that. So let's get it started.
So I've got the binding on. It's stitched on all the way around. So now all I've got to do is just turn it and hand stitch it down. So I'm ready to get to that part. So I'm almost done. It's been 4 days and I've been working at this, but I just have from here to here. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. My UFO is finished. It is all done finally. After 4 days of hand stitching, this bad boy is done. Well, it's all done. It's a wrap, and I am so glad. I'm so glad that Shara and I issued this challenge, because now my grandson's quilt is done and I can get it in the mail. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you were able to finish up as well. So I'll create a playlist and I'll put it below, and you should be able to upload your videos to the playlist without any problem. But if you have trouble, contact me or Shara and we will help you out. If you're not familiar with Shara's channel, I'll link her below. You'll like what she does over there. Check her out and, of course, subscribe. And subscribe to my channel as well. Now here's my question for you. What part of this whole process did you find most interesting? Tell me in the comment section below. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and gardening and laundry and health and beauty and that kind of thing, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.